Cultural districts of Minneapolis revel in the motto of every neighborhood having its own flavor. Whether that's Sabor Latino in Holy Land over in Northeast Minneapolis on Central Avenue, Baracala Restaurant and the Cedar Cultural Center over in the Cedar Riverside neighborhood, or even Mercado Central in Los Ocampo over on Lake Street. And these cultural districts help Minneapolis stay a city on the bubble, changing and relevant, today and for years to come.
It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
what's going on?
What's going on in the world of travel? Oh, my gosh.
Crazy.
So
lot of flights. So it looks like I think I saw this morning, 7,000 flights have been canceled or delayed, over 7,000.
And a lot of it is due to the weather, the heat and the storms. So it's crazy.
I think they're making that up.
And then they're paying extra money for people to come to work. They better figure it out. I think they don't have people.
So what kind of weather is going on out there other than the heat? All I know is
But you know what, Yvette? It's that fire from Canada. So in the north, they're having problems with that.
Okay. So this fire.
Okay, but they should adjust to that.
I don't know what's going on, but I do see a lot of people just sitting at the airports. Okay, ladies, we got to get some hacks on how do we handle situations when we're just, for our listeners, when we're just sitting at the airport, we're stuck, we can't go anywhere. Our flights have been canceled or they've been delayed.
We go home.
I live near the airport, which is one. And the other part is that, usually we either working, we figure out a way to work, or we start looking for other flights to start jumping on.
That's exactly what you do. Look for another,
Yeah, so looking for another flight.
Right. And a lot of people are not as fortunate, they can't just go and get another flight. They may not have the funds. They may not, they can't just go and get a hotel room. Mm-hmm. They didn't expect to spend that extra money. Everybody can't do, the same, like everybody. So they're stuck in the airport, sleeping in the airport.
Yeah. So, and some people were saying that the inconvenience of having a hotel or someplace close that they can get back to the airport is also an issue. Because I was just listening and it was like, they had, the money, but trying to get a car, Uber, things to get them back and forth. Those were other issues because, they didn't want to miss the opportunity to get another flight if they were, traveling just to get back to the airport. So that was another issue. But what about that flight that landed with no the front jet legs?
Yeah, that's another issue. Safety while we're flying.
I'm like, who are checking these things? They still having a lot of mechanical issues going on with these planes.
Yeah. Just think about it. These flights come in back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That do they check these engines?
They're supposed to.
stuff while they're parked? You know.
They do, but I think it's a quick process. And just like we
Yeah.
see in everything, all industries are they're not having, they don't have a lot of people working. So since you've got less people working now, or good quality people working, you just things end up falling through.
Yeah, because you see, they just bringing on a whole new crew of air traffic controllers, like 15, and they are new to this. They, they still trying to get their feet wet, and I'm sure they don't have like some kind of shadow or mentoring service, because they like, all right, let's get out there, and they're still hiring. So what the heck?
What about travel hacks for safety on airlines? I know one that I have. I don't follow it all the time, but I talked to a guy when I was in my 20s, and he was an actual flight attendant, and not a flight. He flew a plane, and he said that one hack. He was a pilot, and he said one hack was that you would wear when you're flying is to wear tennis shoes. Because if there is any issues on the flight and you need to run off, or you need to exit, he said he never wore sandals or anything like that on the flight when he wasn't, because he flew a little small.
Well, people gonna be messed up.
Small flights, so
flops and slippers and house shoes to the airport.
I believe I saw somebody this week post a picture of some ladies in the airport with bonnets on.
Girl, I didn't been on some flights, but let me tell you, my friend was on a flight yesterday and said 2 cats got out that cage all over the plane. They could not.
Now I would have a problem with that.
This is not a dog. They let the cat out to put on their lap. That cat jumped out. The other one, and they had 2 cats. Now people have severe allergies.
You shouldn't even open it.
That cat shouldn't have never been able to get out that cage.
Right.
And they was running around the plane.
Now that's when I might have to be.
That hate cats.
Y'all might have to do something about me, because I might end up on the news if it's a cat running around the plane.
That cat aspirin, that cat would have been gone. That cat would have been gone. I would say, here's some peanut butter and aspirin, and boom. Next thing you know, they'll see that cat over there foaming at the mouth. Don't bring your doggone cat on the damn plane.
I would say a safety thing that you can do on the flight. A lot of people always, you think that they want to sit in first class at the front, but if it's a nosedive, I'm telling the truth, the people at the front, they get the most. I mean, they have the most issues. Those are the ones that's gonna go first. The ones in the back, we're pretty good because we always sitting at the back. So the back is the one that's gonna be up in the air and gonna have the less impact.
Girl, you know what?
That's another travel hack. Sit at the back. Go to the last row.
No, the last row. What if the plane get hit by another plane? You the last.
No, I'm just saying in that one scenario that
happened last week. Y'all saw the 2 planes collide. They clipped the wings. The wings.
So there's no safe space. What I say is, like that plane had to do a crash landing, and everybody had to grab the back of the seat, put your head down. You know what? You really need to understand those rules. Those people are not just rules for their health. They're going through these rules. So just in case, to put that safety device on, blow it up, get your kids ready, get your air, all the different things that you need for waterland. You just need to know those rules, because I don't think you can just really say, I'm gonna put on some tennis shoes and I'm gonna be all right. I can take them flip-flops out and run barefoot just as quick as I can with some tennis shoes.
You don't, but I mean, these are just ways you can kind of try to be a little bit more safe. And just like you saying, they need to, a lot of times people are listening, they're not paying the flight attendants any attention. Pay attention to that to that part at the front when they tell you.
Well, if you fly all the time, they saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. So if you're not paying attention, you just don't pay attention, because you already know you done been through this routine many, many, many times. But for people who've never flown before, or this is their first or second time, then you need to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Child, I get on that plane and the first thing I do is pray. I pray for
that's another one.
Pilot. I pray for everybody on the plane. I pray for my family and me. I pray. And you know what? And I have to leave it to God, because I just don't I mean, you don't know if somebody done brought a snake. You don't know if somebody gonna want to open the door. You don't know if somebody gonna break out and fight. Because I'm telling you, there was almost a fight on the plane. I done been on some flight and it was almost a fight. But you know what? That person said, you know what? I'm not gonna let you spoil my day.
That's good. That's good.
The flight attendant was telling somebody to take their bag down and put under their seat for somebody else to put a smaller bag above. And it just didn't make sense. And it was like, why are you asking this person to do this? And it was clearly racially motivated. And that person of color was about to go off, but said, you know what, I'm gonna sit back. And do you know that flight attendant knew that they were wrong? So they kept saying, are you okay? You know, can I get you anything? So because it was almost just blatant.
Yeah.
And a confrontation was, subsided there. But I mean, you just never know what's gonna pop off on the plane. One person didn't want to put their kids in the doggone seat, and the flight attendant said the seatbelt light is on. Put your kid in there. And they was like, well, they don't want to. And now the flight attendant got to start disciplining. Sit your tail down in that seat.
Yeah.
And you put that seatbelt on. And that's when the parents are just all paranoid. A 2-year-old. Put that child in the dang on seat.
The flight attendants have got a dirty job because they've got to stop fights now. They've got to make sure crazy people aren't out there trying to open up the doors. They've got to tell people how to discipline their kids.
He didn't look at some other woman on the plane. We don't know what's going on these days.
They handling cats and dogs and snakes and all kinds of things.
Guinea pigs and ferrets. All kinds of stuff getting out of them. I'm like, I'm done.
This is a crazy world we're dealing with.
Absolutely, it is.
I was just talking the other day, like you talk to people or you call people, out the blue. I deal with a lot of customers and stuff like that. People sound depressed, unhappy. They going off on other people. They killing people. They fighting people. They're doing it's a crazy world out here. So we all have to be careful whether we on a plane, a bus, a train, or however way, we are traveling, at hotels, wherever you go, resorts.
You are so right, Yvette, because I tell you, you don't, and you have to keep your head on a swivel. You don't know what people going through. Yeah. And just because you think that it was, you may say something, even a comment in line. You don't know what a person is going to go off on you with. And people are on edge. I don't know. I'm so scared. Road rage. Oh my God. They calling you home. They pulling out guns, fighting and shooting and running. I'm like, I really, really just kind of feel like this world is just, it's
getting crazy.
Yeah. And people are desperate and upset. And you know what? I just try to I want to smile and just be happy. And then people are like, you ain't that happy. I'm like, God dang.
Okay, do you all think it's better? Because I know this weekend we've got a couple of travel plans for this weekend and we're going to be driving. So do you all think it's better to drive now since all the issues that we're having flying? Would you rather, we were just discussing that a little while ago. Would you rather have your kids in an RV or would you rather have them on a flight or sit in the airport?
Yeah, I think driving is almost like you can determine your own course there. You can worry about leave when you want. You can, stop off where you want. And and I think you have that autonomy when you drive. When you're on a plane, you're at the mercy of a bad attitude flight attendant, a drunk pilot, a bunch of crazy people who've been sitting in the bar waiting 3-4 hours for their flight to, and you don't know what you're gonna get on the plane. At least in the car, you know what? You need to use the restroom. We stop. We keep it moving.
You are really in control.
Oh, you want to stop here? Oh, you want to go here? You can kind of do what you want to do. Oh, when it's time to go and get back home, you ain't got to worry about that flight being canceled.
Yeah, ain't got to worry about dropping off no car to no crazy people saying you done crack their windshield or scratch some. It's just so much things that driving around. And I know people don't want to, and hours and hours of driving, but you know what? That's a perfect time for conversation, listen to new music. You think of something something that you can do that you wouldn't have done. Listen to a book or audio book. It's a lot of things that you can do in the car and just not think about, oh, it's a long 4-hour, 5-hour drive.
I think too, you can see a lot, because I know Tina, you've been on trips where you've driven across the country and you get to see states you never saw.
Even the hill country, there was places that we were able to just
Yeah.
stop off and go, because you know, we at the drop of a dime, we can say, you know, we got to run off to an airport and catch a flight, and we have 2 hours to do this or 3 hours to do that. So even in an Uber, I mean, I prefer to drive if I can.
And even honestly, especially with us going to, if you're going down to Houston, I know I have driven to Houston and got there faster than I did when I went to the airport, parked the car, went through security. The flight might be delayed. I fly down there, then I've got to get where I'm going.
You ain't got to worry about I can't bring this, I can't bring that. Packing a bag, you throw everything in the bag, throw everything you want in there.
Yeah.
So right. I'm totally with it right now, and especially with this heat, and you know, it's hot out there, and I'm telling you, and I'm gonna wish y'all, you know, all the safety and stay cool and do cool things, because I'm telling you that heat is something that is really taking people out. They have like 12, 20 people already in the hospital, because you know, some people don't know. Drink water. You don't want to drink water because you don't want to pee, but you don't want to drink water. You ain't gonna live. You know, your body sucks up that water, and you are dehydrated, and people are not taking heed to their body, saying, you know what, I need to cool off.
Get you some electrolytes.
Yeah.
You know, they got them on sale at Kroger's.
I have some right here that you put in your water. It's extra. It helps. It helps.
And now, you know, that Pedialyte, they have electrolyte water. They're selling it at Kroger's. It's on sale 2 for $4. I don't know if we're supposed to be pubbing Kroger's, but I'm telling you, it is really, really good. I mean, I've been popping off the ceiling with that electrolyte, because, you know, it keeps me hydrated and not all dry. And I don't have to go to the restroom as often. I think that's another part.
And that's because during the day, I just pour it in my water, and it just hydrated.
Okay, I'm gonna try some.
IV. You can buy like that powder. You can buy IV, and
this is a powder
water as well. So that's another good alternative. Not just drinking straight water, drinking something that's actually, you know, replenishing your blood and your fluids in your body. So that's another alternative too. And I'm telling you, just, you know, stay cool.
Yeah. So, ladies, we have definitely given our listeners some good ideas about how to travel safe, how to fly safely. Might be better to drive. Tina, how to do the water and keep yourself replenished during this heat. Any other final comments?
Nope. I think that's it, Jeanette.
All right,
Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Stay cool, everybody, and happy 4th of July.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Hi, I'm Shaletta Brundage. I'm a media personality, podcaster, and a business owner. But my most important role is mom. 3 of my beautiful kids have been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. When I didn't know who to trust or where to turn, I found ACRA. ACRA provides home care services to families all over Minnesota. The care is not one size fits all. They know each one of my kids is unique. They listen to what resources we needed and what's best for our family. I've seen my kids grow and thrive with ACRA's in-home care. While autism is the most common diagnosis among ACRA clients, ACRA offers personalized in-home care services for people with disabilities, chronic illnesses, behavioral diagnosis, and mental illness. They work with children, adolescents, and older folks too. Find out more about ACRA at their website, acrahomecare.org. ACRA helps me provide my kids with a better quality of life. They can do it for your family too.
Children's Minnesota, the leader in specialized healthcare for kids, is here to raise awareness, standards, the bar, the stakes, the question, the curtain. On raising kids' health to the highest priority, kids need equal access to healthcare, more pediatric expertise, a voice for change. Kids need us, all of us. So let's raise them up. Children's Minnesota, the kid experts.
Do you worry that lead-based paint in your older home might be dangerous to your children or kids who visit you? Well, Hennepin County put those fears to rest. Hennepin County offers free lead tests and home assessments. If they find anything, eligible homeowners and landlords can receive up to $15,000 for work on the home, including new windows. The government banned lead-based paint 45 years ago when it was discovered that lead poisoning can affect development and cause permanent damage in young children. But 75% of those homes built before 1978 still contain some lead-based paint. As the paint degrades, it can make dust that little kids ingest when they're crawling and putting things in their mouths. So make sure your home is safe and hazard-free. Learn about testing and that $15,000 grant at hennepin.us/lead control. That's hennepin.us/lead control.
COVID-19 is still going around, and even a mild case can be serious during pregnancy. So what should you do if you're pregnant and have a positive COVID test? First, reach out to your doctor or healthcare provider. There might be treatment options they can recommend. That includes giving you a prescription for an antiviral drug you take in pill form by mouth. If you haven't gotten a COVID vaccine, it's not too late. Doctors say vaccinations are safe in any trimester, but the sooner the better. Pregnancy can be a time of great joy and anticipation, so take good care so you and your baby are healthy. And congratulations. You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.